Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle Wolfe, and you are listening to the Move Forward podcast. Each week, we will be talking about living life to the fullest and making the intentional choice to move past trauma. I'm a registered massage therapist, a whole food lover with farm roots. It's important to slow down, take time for healing, and to incorporate proper nourishment through fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, and mindset. During this journey, I'll be speaking openly about my personal experiences with cancer, loss of a loved one, wellness, and infectious optimism. Plus, you'll get to hear interviews with many truly inspirational and informative guests. We'll tackle each challenge with courage and care. Thank you for joining us on a mission to move forward in body, mind, and soul. Now let's begin. Have you ever felt like you were cruising along through life and everything is feeling groovy, feeling calm or steady, and you're just in a great space when all of a sudden something happens and it shifts everything in your life? Your motivation, your strength and determination, and your happiness. I like to call this the different seasons in life. And maybe this doesn't correspond with the actual weather seasons, but it certainly can. So I was on the treadmill this morning and I was just going for a light walk because I've been trying to make sure that I get enough steps in each day, being it is freezing cold outside and I don't get outside as often as much as I do during the summertime. So I like to walk on the treadmill instead for about 30 to 60 minutes each day. And I was thinking about how I felt like I should just run instead of walk. It was like an urge inside my body telling me to go harder and to push myself to the next level. Now, I'm certainly not a big fan of running. Yes, I do love CrossFit and plyo and other hardcore training, but the continual pounding on my body with running just never really served me well. But for some reason, I just felt like I needed to push myself more. And this got me thinking about how only 3 to 4 months ago, I was in a season in my life where everything was moving along great. I was happy, I was feeling strong, working out really hard and strong about 5 to 6 days out of the week. And I was creating content for my business and just having a really great season. Then all of a sudden, it was like a shit storm, just headed straight for my world, and it pulled me into this deep, dark tunnel. I was emotionally and physically drained. I was dealing with a lot of really heavy things, and I just couldn't think of moving my body in a way that I had been for the last few months. It wasn't going to serve me in the way that it was when I was feeling so energized. I know some people in my life who've been through tough times will put stress on themselves, or they might judge themselves for not wanting to push as hard, or even worse, they will push themselves and then they get injured. So what I'm getting at is that we have these seasons where we have motivation and determination to be our best selves. And I think it's important to be mindful of what that may look like in each season, and to understand that it is okay to feel different, maybe act different, or to have different goals at those times, but not to be hard on yourself when you can't do the things that you normally do during your best season. When I was feeling down, I didn't have the energy to take care of my body as much as I do on a regular basis. This may have something to do with my lack of sleep, my poor food choices, and of course, because of the emotional aspects of what I was going through. At this time, I personally did push myself to continue to walk and to do yoga because those things were still moving my body without having to exert too much energy. It was a comfort space that I could release some tension, get some circulation through my body, and it felt good to me. You see, we have these tools that we talk about that we need for living our best life, such as fitness, healthy eating, gratitude. And so I continue to keep these tools in my daily life. However, I modified them to suit me during the challenges. So instead of going crazy fast at a spin class, I would go for a walk. Instead of making my own healthy meals, which I think take quite a bit of time and energy, I would go out, but I would still eat healthy. Just maybe I'd have a little extra cookie or a sweet treat, which is likely why I've gained a few pounds, but I'm not going to judge myself for that right now. So we have these tools and these habits in our lives that we use when we're feeling good. But we can't just forget about those habits when we have stress or when we have hard times. These habits are what are supposed to keep us healthy and to get us through those hard times. Generally in the past, when I'd be stressed to the max, I'd get sick. Naturally, your immune system is depleted when you have stress and you get sick. But what I noticed this time is that during one of the hardest years of my life, I don't think I got sick once. This could be a coincidence, but I am pretty confident that it's because I truly listened to my body and what it needed at that emotional time. My nervous system was already on overdrive, so it would not have served me if I would have pushed it even harder by going to intensive classes or maybe even by working at my job more than what I would normally. I took the time and I was kind to my body and my mind. So this morning, when I was walking, but feeling like I should run, it was a sign and a feeling that I was more energized and ready to push myself harder and to go for it. So our seasons can be all different levels of calm, happy, sad, motivated, determined. I even find as a woman, each month I have weeks that I feel full of life and energy. And then the next I am exhausted and drained. So I pay attention to these seasons that I have, and I'm mindful of what my goals are. But I'm also patient with what my body needs at that moment. Now, this isn't a free card for being lazy. I think if you're someone who likes to make a lot of excuses, perhaps that's not just a season. Perhaps that's you not choosing to live for tomorrow's goals, but to live for this moment where you'd rather be lazy and lay on the couch watching TV or whatever that may look like for you. So let's be honest with ourselves and truly identify if you are going through a tough season or if you're just lazy. So perhaps you're going through one of these seasons where you're not so motivated and you may experience sadness and loneliness. This may be an indication that you're needing to make some changes in your life. Whether it's getting a new job or joining a sports team so that you can play like you did when you were a kid and you were happy. Whatever it may be for you, it's good to pay attention to these seasons. And if you can make some changes, do it. You see, we all have a choice. We all have choices how to show up for each season. We have choices of how to take care of our bodies each season, especially when we are needing a little extra patience and love. We have the choice to make the changes necessary to enjoy each season more than the last. So what will your next season look like? Do you have some goals and a target that you're working towards? Are you making some positive choices to better yourself and to create a better season than the last? My recommendation for you would be to create some healthy habits and to choose to grow in a positive way this season. If you have some struggles or maybe some curiosities about health, fitness, food, a job, or your relationship, why not research or learn more about how to better these parts of your life? Okay, getting back to the seasons in life. I think one thing I've learned over the years is that your season doesn't have to stay the same for the rest of your life. You can choose to change the season or to better the seasons as they come. Obviously, there are things that will come into play that are out of your control. And this is going to be maybe if somebody that you love passes away or if you lose a job. These are things that are out of your control. But if you know how to handle the changes in the seasons, then you'll be able to get through those hard seasons easier. So today when I was ready to run, I was actually so proud of myself for listening to my body and choosing to continue to move when I was going through my tough season. But I modified my movement to that walk instead of the run. And I was even more excited today when I realized that I'm ready. I've come out from the other side full of life, full of excitement, and seriously ready to run. I took my time. I listened to my body. I gave myself love and nourishment when I needed it. So I am hopeful that those of you listening will take your time through your seasons to listen to what your body needs in a way that serves you best, and to know that your time to run will come again if you choose to find it. I knew that it was there, and I was patient, and now I am ready to enjoy this next season. Thanks for joining, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and the Move Forward podcast. I am extremely grateful to each of you. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please take a moment to share this episode with someone you think would benefit. Also, if you could please leave an honest review by going to iTunes and leaving your thoughts and questions. Let us know what you would like to hear more of so we can continue to inspire and share with the world. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am forever grateful for this community that we are building and the individuals we are helping. Until next time, we hope you continue to move forward by choosing to move your body, your mind, and your soul. Thanks, guys.